Keep it going for Dan Dirks and everybody. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Good?
Yeah.
Yeah? You guys been going to a lot of concerts this summer?
Yes.
Heavy MTL, Oshiaga? Yeah? Cool. Yeah, I was getting ready for a concert the other day. And as I'm getting ready, my mom comes up to me, she says, Carlin, make sure you wear something nice. Why? Well, you never know, you might meet a nice girl there. Okay, Mom, listen, I'm a grown man who made the decision to go to a Star Wars concert. I'll be lucky if there's a woman there, let alone a nice one. The closest thing to a woman that'll be there is a fat guy. And I don't mean me. Anyway, this concert is the only place in the entire world where the lineup to the guys' washroom is actually longer than the lineup to the women's. Except maybe for gay bars. It's also, interestingly enough, the only place where you can take a piss next to a 6-foot Yoda. And the bathrooms? Holy shit! I have never seen a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. The nerds got that joke. Don't feel bad if you didn't. It's okay. It just means you need to watch Star Wars. Speaking of things that are kind of nerdy, did you guys hear the news? About a month ago, the PlayStation Network was down for like a month. Yeah. Totally sucks, right? Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
You got 2 free games out of it.
I know, right? It's crazy. Good news though, Americans did finally manage to kill Osama bin Laden. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? Isn't it amazing what Americans can accomplish when you confiscate their video games? I guess all those American soldiers who couldn't play Call of Duty anymore actually had to go on their Call of Duty. So, speaking of video games, I was on the net the other day when I came across this really interesting website where they were offering this service where basically for a fee, guys could play video games and video chat with a girl at the same time.
Awesome.
I know, right? This is either the most brilliant or the most depraved and depressing thing I've ever heard in my life. I mean, seriously, how much of a nerd do you have to be to pay a woman not to have sex with you, but to play video games with you? Over the internet. The way I see it, if you're going to pay a woman to spend time with you, she should either be a hooker or your wife. Maybe both if you're Tiger Woods. Or Arnold Schwarzenegger. But yeah, clearly, I'm making fun of it, but clearly I look like the type of guy who would use this sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll admit it, I tried it out. Now my credit card is maxed out. And every time I log into Xbox Live, I feel like I'm entering a whorehouse. And my gamer score has just completely dropped, because I keep losing to women with big tits and a webcam. On the bright side though, I do have a great trick for cleaning the semen off my Xbox remotes. I usually just ask my mother to do it. So, yeah, speaking of things that are kind of interesting, kind of dirty, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I mentioned the news earlier. Did you guys hear, like about a year ago here in Montreal, there was this family that lost their dog. Last week, or like 2 weeks ago, the dog turned up in Kamloops, BC. Did you guys hear about this?
Yes.
Crazy, right? So, okay, let's recap. So far, a dog and a guy with a bad leg have walked across the entire country. I take the bus
halfway.
Exactly. I take the bus from Guy to McGill, and I still bitch the entire time. Speaking of bitching about the STM, I'm standing at a bus stop the other day when I look down and I see a condom wrapper on the floor. And I think to myself, how long were you waiting for the bus? I mean, I know the STM is slow. I just never realized you had time for a quick lay between buses. So anyway, my bus finally shows up, and I head into Verdun, because I apparently hate my life. And I get there and I go into a pharmacy. And I notice they're having a sale on condoms in Verdun. To me, this seemed either very ambitious or very naive of the people running that particular pharmacy. It's as if they've never walked down Wellington Street to sample all the lovely pregnant 15-year-old girls pushing 3-year-olds around in strollers while holding the hands of their 16-year-old alcoholic unemployed boyfriends. Or maybe they have, and that's exactly why the condoms are on sale. Probably where my friend from the bus stop came from. But I'm going to leave you guys on this one. Speaking of unemployment, I got this job recently working for this cell phone company. And I work in the cancellations department. So whenever a customer wants to cancel, I'm basically the guy who tries to convince them not to. Haven't been there very long, but I actually have a lot of experience. Mostly because I've been dumped by a lot of women. And the conversations are generally pretty similar. Customer will call in, I'll be like, hello, my name's Carlin, how can I help you today? You what? What do you mean you want to end the 3-year agreement? I thought everything was going so well. I thought we had something special. Didn't you like our free evenings and weekends together? I was going to give you more minutes. We could have had more time together. We could have talked more. I don't get it. It's that Rogers guy, isn't it? The whole thing got me thinking though, and it made me realize relationships would work so much better if they did work like cell phone agreements. Like you could have a 2 or 3 year contract where in exchange for dinners, romance, candles, and all that shit from the guy, the woman agrees to have sex with him for the next 2 to 3 years. You know? And, like a cell phone agreement, every 2 or 3 years you could upgrade and get a new model. I'm going to leave you guys on that one, so have a good night, enjoy the rest of your day.